Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Erlengrat. I'm pressing H on here and Why are you not using the hide help? It's going along there. Oh, maybe it's because of the steering mode. Try that a minute. Toggle steering mode, crab steering right, all-wheel steering. There, now hire worker. Right, it was because of the steering mode. Now, I don't want AI extension. I'll turn that off. If you have the wrong steering mode, you can only have the all-wheel steering mode for the hired help. It doesn't like anything else. But I thought that it used to just automatically switch to the preferred steering mode and then leave it. And this is on orange yield again, so I'm starting to think that no matter what we do, the yield will always be identical for the contract jobs. So the next experiment that we're going to do is not do fertilizer jobs. We won't do any fertilizer jobs. And we'll see if that still comes up with orange. And I got a feeling from what some of the comments were that that is actually how it will end up working. Now I'm going to do a couple of passes down this end of the field here. No, I don't want to do a couple of passes down this end of the field. What I want to do is I want to do a few passes up and down this side of the field, so that then I can turn and I'll just sort of work up and down across the whole thing. Ooh. Right, okay. So I will do 2 passes at least up here. We'll do we'll do 2 or 3 passes down here so that we can turn on this end. Let's just dump you there. Yeah, right, you carry on there for a minute, and you're fine, you're fine, you're the one that I'm after. I need to go and unload those potatoes up there. That one's back over there. So he's hooked out over, he's ready and waiting for us. All we got to do is go and stick our trailers in underneath and take off as many potatoes as we can possibly carry. And then as soon as we've done that, we can go and get our other tractor and trailer back. Let's dump that lot in there. I should be able to just stop right where I am and not do anything at all. So I'm going to leave that. You're unloading into here, and us looking pretty good as well. I'm pleased with what we've got going on so far. I am very pleased with what we got. And you... yeah, you're taking a while. Helper J is blocked by an object. But that's not you. So that would be... you are blocked by... oh, I wonder if he can't go and put the spout down. Yes, the trailer is in the way, so he's not going to let it drop the spout down, which means that he can't carry on. So I do have to make sure that I move it out of the way once he's done the unloading bit. That's fine. You're doing the dance of idiocy down here. You know what? As he's being such a special case here, we will just help him out with this last little tiny tickle along here. The job itself is finished, and then there's another little tickle just there on that side, which we will also take out, just to finish that bit off neat and tidy. There was another bit over the other side of Field 11, and a couple little pieces that we didn't quite catch. Just as he was like doing the diagonal piece, so we can also go over and finish those. And then this field will be done properly. We do want to make sure that we complete our contracts properly. We went and... we sowed that field all the way down through, and then as soon as the game takes control, it pretends that we actually did it the other direction. That's just being difficult. Right, that is just being plain difficult. There is no other way to describe that. It's just being awkward and difficult. There was no need for it whatsoever. I felt that we did a neat and tidy, and we did a very good precision job all the way up through there. So it's kind of, it's a bit insulting the way that it's gone and done that. It's just said, no, actually, I don't like the way that you did your job. I'm thinking that we'll do it this way instead. It's kind of like somebody asking you to decorate their Christmas tree because they really like the way that you do your decorations, and then you do it, and then as soon as you're gone, they take all the decorations off and they do it again because they want it their way. I actually know someone like that. She's, you know Monica from Friends? Yeah, that's her. She is Monica from Friends. Right? She is actually Monica from Friends. And she'll admit it first before anybody else does. Right, so we'll take you, and then you fold up. You're supposed to be driving along as you fold that one up because of the pressure that it would otherwise put on the tires, sort of rip them sideways and things like that. So we'll bring you out there like that. This here is field 11. So field 11 contract is now complete. Ploughing in there, all done. 3,400 because the lease cost, and then we probably had 400 in wages. So we get 3 grand for that one. That's not bad. We've got others all active right here. I'm not going to take another one for a second. I'm going to go to you. Oh, wait a minute. No, I want to go. You've done a few. Actually, you're doing all right doing your passes along here. I'll do a few passes now along that bottom end of the field, I think. That's where we're going to want to go next. So you pick up there like that. And it reverses back into the field to do his turning round, which is quite good. It keeps it all like neat and tidy with the turning. And here we've now got enough room to sort of move round. I want to do this. I'm going to keep it harvesting the same direction that it is right there. That is the direction that we're going to be doing the travelling. Not going to worry about doing a strip along the top end because we can go into the neighbour's field. That one's waiting for ploughing anyway. And then this, well, all 3 of these fields are going to need ploughing. But that top one up there, it's not really going to matter if we're driving out over it. It's not going to affect it. So I'm only going to worry about the driving, like, I'll do a couple more passes on here so there's enough room to turn around without having to go out onto the road too far. And then the rest of it should be all good. So we want to get you with this trailer over into the field with the sugar beet harvester, and then we can start loading that one up. I don't need to take anything yet, but this one's 31,000 litres of sugar beet to completely fill it up, and the sugar beet harvester holds 30,000 litres maximum capacity. So once the sugar beet harvester is full, that'll be a trailer load, and then we can run it over to the mill over there. Right. It's looking good so far. Why have you stopped? Oh! Oops. We're parked a little bit too closely, so it's decided that it's got to unload it immediately. So what I'll do is I'll take off the potatoes that we've got here and come up alongside it right there, and I'll grab these potatoes right here. You can unload there, take that lot, that looks good, and then as soon as we've got all of those in there, that's not quite everything that we can have, but it'll be enough. And if I go and move it off here completely out of the way, he shouldn't go and do that again. I've started a new recording session, so I've gotten everything else going. I'm just turning this one round and putting this one going as well, and then we can mostly be focusing on our root crop harvests that we've got underway. We have got... You going the right way? Yes. Okay. We have got several root crop harvests that we'll be able to do. Now, the feedback that I've been getting just lately is... You kind of want me to get a move on and get towards at least having some of our own land. The thing that most of you seem to like about the last hardcore series is that we had our own land and we're building up our stuff. And yes, we are slowly accumulating money, which I just realized is on the wrong setting. So let me correct that a minute. There we go. Right, that's done. Yeah, we're up to 45,000, but we've got a little ways to go before we can afford to buy our own plot of land, and then we're going to need to save up yet more money in order to be able to start buying machinery, which does mean that things are going to go a little bit slow. Right, well, Sugarbeet is the one that's just about full. You're doing fine. You've got quite a ways to go before you're going to be full. So I want to go to this one in order to get Sugarbeet. He's over there. I'm thinking... yeah, I'm going to leave that one there for a minute, and I'm going to come down over this side. And I'm going to start working this edge of the field. I'm going to do a few passes up and down on this edge of the field, I think. So if I just drive in over here, and what I'll do is I'll spin right round in here, like this, and then put the spout out and we'll unload them here. And then I can start working on this side of the field. I think that's going to be a little bit easier for us. Okay, so we'll drop those into there and start unloading that lot. Now, I've been sort of thinking about how we should do things, what we should be aiming for, and I know that there are a few of you who would like to see some root crops going on, and I did do root crops in the... well, I didn't do any root crops at all in the last hardcore series, and so I'm wondering if you want me to kind of focus on root crops in this series. Like, we will do some harvest of other stuff, other crops and that, but kind of have our focus on root crops instead. Because we haven't done that, not really, not for a Let's Play. We've sort of focused on arable or other things, and I am going to be... I've got my cattle that I'll be wanting to look after, and that's going to sort of be the main thing that we'll be doing. But for the rest of it, we're sort of... I still hadn't made any decisions, so I'm wondering if maybe we should be focusing on root crops. Well, you know, what do you think of that idea? What do you think of me just doing almost exclusively root crops and not doing anything else? Well, it won't be that I won't do anything else, but I mean, it could be interesting, especially under the conditions that we have got laid out, in that I've got certain... yeah, I can't lease anything, I can't do anything like that, so if we're going to be doing it, it's going to take quite a bit of effort in order to be able to properly get everything set up and done as far as root crops are concerned. We would have to buy the specialist machinery, like this one that we've got right here, or other specialist machinery that also exists. You know, there's quite a few things that we could potentially end up having to get. Now, where were... the potatoes were the ones that were going down the road, weren't they? And then the sugar beet was going to that store in there, wasn't it? Let's just double check that I've got that right. So I got harvesting there, there's the Fellspring grain mill for the sugar beet, and then harvesting, you're going to the supermarket. So I'm just going to leave that one parked up there for a minute, and you are fine, and then you over here, you're just about full. So if I go up to the other end of the field, that one there is turning round, I hope. I really hope he's turning round. It looks like he's turning round. Right, you are turning round. So I'm going to drive up to this end of the field, and when he gets up here and then starts doing his travel back down again, we should be able to take that load off and then carry right on. Bring you around like that into there, and that'll fill this trailer up completely, so we can stop there. Now, other contracts that we've got, there's sowing in field 11, sowing, fertilizing, is plowing in field 18, which is this one right here. So I'm not sure that we really want to have that one going at the moment, because I've got a feeling he may end up getting in the way of this sugar beet harvester. So that's I kind of think that we ought to leave that one go. Now, there is the possibility that we will get enough money from the 2 harvests and the ploughing jobs that we're doing to pretty much be able to buy our own land. I don't think so, though. I think we are still going to have to be working on a lot more. I did ask you previously if you thought that I should be limiting myself to the number of different jobs that we do each day. Pretty much everybody said, no, don't do that. Don't want you to do that. We want you to just carry on and do it as you would, as you would normally. Right, field 8. They want me to plant that one with barley, and field 25 want me to plant that one with canola. Field 25 has already been ploughed. Field 10 will need ploughing. Field 18, and these 2 will need ploughing as well. Field 21 also. Field 25, we could go on up there and do field 25. I don't know how much capacity that one there has got. So I'm going to borrow items for that one there, and we will also... Oh, wait. I wanted to get some sugar beet off of that thing. I completely forgot about it. I tell you what, while he's messing around down there, we will go in here and we will buy some seed. I don't know how much seed will go into this machine that we've just picked up. So I'll buy 2 bags of seed, like that. So there's 2,000 litres of the stuff. And we will quickly hop up over to... No, yes. We will quickly hop up to this one. Oh, that one has fertilizer as well. I don't know if I should even be buying... No, I'm not going to buy fertilizer for it. Oh, right. We can take 3 lots of seed. Do I take fertilizer or not? I genuinely don't... I don't think that we gain anything from it. Buy. Yes. Okay. Back. Let's go and have a look. I mean, it might be that it's of benefit. Let's have a look in here. Sow with canola. I mean, I got another one there for sowing, and that's for corn. And then I got field 8 sowing there. And again, it's another one that does take fertilizer. All right, you know what? I will take fertilizer. I will buy the fertilizer. I'll put that in. Before I do that, let me go. Okay, let me go to this one, and we will unload a little bit more sugar beet, and then I'll take that over to the Felsbrunn storage area. In this one, I can just keep running it over and storing it up until such time as we've harvested the entire field, and then we can put a percentage of it on the train and then send that out. So that's everything that I want in there. I'm going to run this over to the storage area. I think I've got a tractor in the way of the storage area at the moment. I've also got that tractor potentially in the way. He's fine. We'll just ignore him. And I do have just enough room to slide on through there like that. Look at that. Beautiful. Perfect parking. That's working together, that is. That is working together and working well together. So we'll come in around here. It's a bit awkward, this one, to get to properly. We swing in round there like that. Am I even going to be able to tip in here? This trailer here, he tips up by an awful lot, doesn't he? Right, he goes up in the air a lot, so I'm wondering if I'm going to catch on those stanchions there. I might, yeah. That's not quite how this is supposed to happen. So I'll tell you what we'll have to do with this one is we'll have to bring it out like that and tip it at this angle, because we ain't going to be able to tip from in underneath the barn like that. That is just not going to go well, is it? Right, so we've tipped out load number 1. Is the first little bit of sugar beet has gone in over there. I've not got a full load of the potatoes yet, but we will be hopefully soon getting a full load off of the potatoes. The sugar beet over this side is... he's doing well. He's taking a little bit of time to do his turnaround on the corner of the fields, at that bottom end of the field, but this top end he's actually doing just fine. Now, he's at 10,000 litres there. I kind of like the idea of building up and us having our own sugar beet harvester. Whether or not we actually do a lot of contract sugar beet, I don't know. It might be that we do our own sugar beet. So, I mean, what do you think of the whole idea of me trying to focus on root crops for this series? I think it could be an interesting alternative to things that we've already done. I mean, we've not really focused a lot on root crops yet, and certainly not with anything like the hardcore series setting. Now, I do also like cattle is going to be the main focus point. I want to do organic cattle, and that was still supposed to be the main focus, but as a sideline, as an extra, doing root crops as well, I thought that could be quite an interesting approach. It's something that we've not really done before. I know it's a lot of work, though. There is quite a lot of work involved with doing it, but I feel that it's kind of broken up quite nicely with the fact that we've got all these other contracts that we can go and do, and we are a contracting company, so being able to split it up with all of the contracts, I think that really does help things. Like, it does make a significant difference to how everything will pan out. You up there, I'm going to go and unload those. I've still got that seed drill to finish loading up. I need to get some fertilizer in here. I'm actually going to just go and buy the fertilizer right now. I'll do that a minute. We will buy 1, okay, and 2, because I think it's 2 lots of fertilizer that we need for that one. Let's come out of there. And that'll fill that one right up, and then there'll be some left over that we can go and use for other ones as well. Now, I'm not going to be able to fill this one right, to empty that machine right out. But what I am going to be able to do is fill the trailer right up, and we can go and make our first delivery to the supermarket. So we'll go and do that, and this one is going to be a bit more sort of up in the air as to completing. Like, if you do all of the harvesting before you sell any of the crop, that gives you your best chance. Seriously? I thought that would have filled it right up. Well, never mind. We'll go and take this one down to the supermarket now anyway, and we will make our delivery. So we'll come driving down here and across the roundabout, and then the supermarket is the first on the left after the roundabout. So start indicating to the right after the second exit, and then send that sign wanging off into the distance like that. That was brilliant. There goes the train off towards Fellsborough. That one's off on his merry. We'll worry about that one later. We don't actually need to catch up with that train just yet. Right, the supermarket is not going to be the easiest thing for tipping out in either, is it? So, what we'll do is I'll bring that one in like that. Now, obviously, it requires us to back up to the entrance, but I don't want to be doing any backing up to the entrance. So, I'll do this. I don't want to overload that way. If I press U, I can tip out to the side. That's what I want to do. I'm going to tip out to that side, because then I can do it the same with the other potatoes as well. We can deliver them all into here. And 1 trailer load right there, and that is 9% transported for the fields. And then we get the next trailer load, and that will push us up. Should be 19. I mean, that front trailer wasn't quite full, was it? So let me go back to the next trailer here, and then I bring the trailer up onto the thing like that. If I press U, we should be able to tip out to the side like that. So there's another trailer load done. Excellent. And we can, well, we'll let this one tip out a minute. We'll see what percentage it is, and then we can also go and have a look at the contract and just see how that one's working out. So there, it's now saying 19% transported, and if we have a look in here, for potatoes, we're 28% done on that job. That ploughing job there is 40. This harvest job here is 27. That ploughing job there is saying completed, although he's not actually finished doing the job yet, which is something that we do need to do. So I will drive this one back to the field so that we're ready for helper H has completed their task. Right, now he's finished. So we will drive back over to the field. Over this way. So that we're in there, ready to get more Tatey-Pos as and when they are ready. And we totally paused at that stop sign right there. Well, it's not a stop sign, it's a give way sign. So you don't actually have to stop at a give way sign. And we will stop you there. Right, next on the list, let's go you in here. So I want to load up the fertilizer in there. There's 1,000 and 2,000 litres of fertilizer gone in. And then I've got 2 lots of seed. Let me back this one round a little bit. Get this one loaded up. And load that one. I probably don't need anywhere close to this amount of seed. There's no probably about it. I don't need anything like this amount of seed or fertilizer, I wouldn't have thought. Although the fertilizer always seems to be a bit up in the air at the moment, doesn't it? So if I go like that, I know what I can do is if I go here, deactivate automatic application rate. So I'll put that on there, and then that'll do the minimum amount. Field 25 sowing, it needs to be canola. So let's set that on canola there. Set that on the right one. We'll do a quick skip and a jump and go and have a look at how we're getting on here. So that one, he's just going to keep plugging away on there. You over here, you're now done. A little tiny bit there, but honestly, I don't think that matters. So you're all finished, so I can send you back that Massey 7726 Dyna 6 right there. You are all finished with. Let's have you. So it's 3,300 that we get for that. And there will be more, like the sowing jobs, though. I'm sort of thinking, right, I got field 16. Instantly wants us to go and plant field 16. That's a sugar beet one, that is. Well, I'm going to leave that one for a minute. It was field 8 that I was most interested in. And we can grab the seed and fertilizer from the machine that we've already got. But, I mean, we'll keep an eye out because there's going to be some others. There's another harvesting job. That's field 10, and that's all the way over at Felsburn Grain Mill as well. Have tempted to put that one going, to be honest, so that we got another harvest job going right now. And field 10 is just there, and we can run that up to that storage there. So I got 2 separate lots of storage for 2 separate lots of sugar beets, and then there's no confusion between the two. Alright, we'll do that. I'm not going to do it just yet. I'm going to get this one up to the field and get this one started. And then once this one is set and going and has started doing its planting, we'll get the field 10 one underway. And then that can be stored in the other Felsburn place. In the other storage bits. Let's knock down some more road signs while we're at it. And that way we'll have 3 sugar beet jobs going at once. 3 sugar beet jobs going all at once. Well, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. So while I sit up here and enjoy this view and a well-earned break, could you please consider taking a look at the links in the description down below? We have Nitrado, who provide gaming servers, who are very, very reliable, and they provide us with a server on our Discord channel. And there is also Fanatical, where you can buy all kinds of different computer games for various different platforms. So if you've enjoyed this video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.